Welcome back to All Things African, your go-to channel for everything about African history, culture, and all those fascinating stories that continue to shape our world today. If you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss a single episode. Today, we're diving into one of the greatest wonders of the ancient world, the pyramids of Egypt. These colossal structures have stood the test of time, mystifying historians, scientists, and travelers for thousands of years. There's so much more to these pyramids than just what meets the eye, and today, we're going to explore all the mind-blowing details behind their construction, purpose, and the mysteries they still hold to this day. So, let's set the scene. Imagine ancient Egypt more than 4,500 years ago, before the Roman Empire, before Greek philosophy, and before many of the civilizations we know today even existed. Egypt was a land ruled by pharaohs, divine kings who were believed to be living gods. The pyramids, most notably the Great Pyramids of Giza, were built during Egypt's Old Kingdom period, around 2600 BCE. These massive stone structures weren't just random architectural experiments. They were tombs, sacred resting places designed to ensure that the pharaohs could transition smoothly into the afterlife, where they would continue to rule over Egypt in the next world. Now, the Egyptians believed in the concept of the afterlife so deeply that they dedicated years of labor and unimaginable resources into creating these tombs. The idea was that when a pharaoh died, their soul, or Ka, would need to be nourished and sustained. So they didn't just bury their kings in plain old graves. The pyramids were like elaborate afterlife palaces. The pharaohs were buried with food, clothing, treasure, and sometimes even boats, real boats. The Egyptians believed that the pharaoh would use these boats to sail through the heavens in the afterlife. They went all out, and that's part of what makes the pyramids so incredible. These weren't just fancy graves, they were designed as grand portals to eternity. Speaking of grandeur, let's talk about the scale of these structures. The most famous of the pyramids is the Great Pyramid of Giza, which was built for the pharaoh Khufu. This pyramid is mind-blowing in its scale. It originally stood at about 146 meters tall, which made it the tallest human-made structure in the world for nearly 4,000 years. To put that in perspective, it wasn't until the construction of the Lincoln Cathedral in England during the 14th century that any building surpassed it. Now, just imagine that for a second. Ancient Egyptian architects and builders created something so awe-inspiring and enduring that it held that title for millennia. So how did they do it? This is one of the greatest questions that has puzzled historians for centuries. The Great Pyramid is made up of over 2.3 million blocks of stone, and some of these stones weigh as much as 80 tons. Imagine trying to lift and precisely place a 50-ton stone without any of the modern machinery we have today. No cranes, no trucks, nothing. Yet, the ancient Egyptians somehow managed to do it. One of the most popular theories is that they used ramps made of mud brick, limestone, and other materials to haul these stones into place. Some historians believe they may have used a combination of straight ramps, zigzagging ramps, and spiral ramps to achieve this monumental feat. But get this, there's no concrete evidence of exactly how they built these ramps. This has led to even more theories, including some more far-out ideas involving aliens and advanced ancient technology. Yes, you heard that right, aliens. Some people believe that the precision and sheer size of the pyramids could not have been achieved without extraterrestrial help. What do you think? Could aliens have played a role in building the pyramids? Let me know in the comments below. Now, we've talked about the pyramids being tombs for the pharaohs, but let's dive a little deeper into what's actually inside these pyramids. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, has 3 known chambers: the King's Chamber, the Queen's Chamber, and a subterranean chamber. The King's Chamber, located deep inside the pyramid, was where Pharaoh Khufu was believed to have been entombed. And, of course, the chamber was filled with all the treasures and belongings the pharaoh would need for the afterlife. But here's something really interesting. Despite numerous explorations, many people believe there are still undiscovered chambers hidden within the pyramid. Using modern technology like thermal scanning and radar, scientists have found anomalies in the pyramid structure that suggest there could be secret rooms or passageways that have yet to be explored. And while we're on the topic of mysteries, there's something else that's really intriguing about the pyramids: their alignment. The Great Pyramid is aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal points north, south, east, and west. This alignment is so precise that some have speculated the ancient Egyptians must have had a sophisticated understanding of astronomy. On top of that, if you look at the three pyramids of Giza from an aerial view, their layout seems to match the stars in Orion's belt, a constellation that was sacred to the Egyptians and associated with the god Osiris. The attention to detail here is just mind-blowing. It raises so many questions. Were the pyramids built with the stars in mind? Did the Egyptians design them to serve as both tombs and astronomical observatories? Or was there some spiritual significance in aligning the pyramids with the heavens? But wait, we can't talk about the pyramids without mentioning their loyal guardian, the Great Sphinx of Giza. The Sphinx is another ancient wonder, with the body of a lion and the head of a pharaoh, likely Pharaoh Khafre, who was Khufu's son. This statue is absolutely massive, measuring 73 meters long and 20 meters high, and it has stood in front of the pyramids for thousands of years, watching over them like a silent protector. There's even more mystery surrounding the Sphinx. Some historians believe it was built much earlier than the pyramids themselves, based on patterns of erosion on the Sphinx's body that suggest it may have been exposed to heavy rainfall thousands of years before the pyramids were built. If that's true, it means the Sphinx could date back to as early as 10,000 BCE, potentially pointing to the existence of a lost, pre-Egyptian civilization. Imagine that, a forgotten chapter of human history, buried beneath the sands of time. The Sphinx has its own set of mysteries, like its missing nose. There are legends that claim Napoleon's troops shot it off, but recent evidence suggests the nose was destroyed long before Napoleon arrived in Egypt. So who or what damaged this iconic statue? We may never know for sure, but it's yet another question that adds to the intrigue surrounding these ancient monuments. And while we're talking about damage, let's not forget that the pyramids have faced their own share of challenges over the years. Despite surviving for thousands of years, the pyramids were raided by tomb robbers almost as soon as they were built. Most of the treasure buried with the pharaohs has long been stolen, and many of the pyramid's inner chambers have been stripped bare. Yet, the pyramids themselves have endured, standing tall as silent witnesses to Egypt's glorious past. Even today, the pyramids continue to captivate the world. Millions of tourists visit Egypt every year just to catch a glimpse of these ancient wonders. And who can blame them? The pyramids are not just stone structures, they are symbols of human ingenuity, determination, and a little bit of mystery that keeps us coming back for more. So there you have it, guys, the incredible story of the pyramids of Egypt. These ancient monuments are more than just historical relics, they are a testament to what humans can achieve with a vision, determination, and maybe even a touch of the divine. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Egypt's pyramids, be sure to hit that like button and drop a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to All Things African for more awesome content that takes you through the rich history and culture of our amazing continent. Until next time, keep exploring, and remember, history is alive in the places we visit and the stories we tell.